Bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. We're at the Portland Children's Museum, in fact, celebrating its 60th anniversary this year. I'm Ken Ackerman. Thanks for joining us. We are joined also by Janice Collins. She's the Beaverton Education Foundation board member, and so glad you're with us. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Give us a little background, if you will, on BEF.
The Beaverton Education Foundation is a private foundation separate from the school district that raises money for classroom programs, mostly after school and summer school programs that boost student achievement.
Now, is it for all ages?
It is. It's for all elementary, middle, and high school.
Give us an idea of some of the different programs.
Well, we've got a variety of programs, and it's amazing what teachers come up with. We've got about 105 programs that we funded this last year for about $250,000, and we served 11,000 students. And one of the programs that we have going this year that I thought was especially innovative, it's called Going to the Zoo. And 40 Aloha High School students who are English language learners, meaning that they speak another language as their primary language, but they're learning English. As a way to improve their English, they're coming up to the zoo and they're studying animals in the Cascade exhibit. And then working with the zoo staff as kind of like ambassadors at the zoo to talk to visitors at the zoo to tell them more about these programs in English and also in their native tongue, if there are people there that can understand that. So.
We're a stone's throw away from the zoo. I think I hear some of them right now. Actually, if you hear some voices in the background, we are at the Children's Museum here, and there are children playing around us, and I hope that's not too disconcerting to you. You also have a program that Intel sponsors for school-age girls. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's an interesting one. It's an engineering camp for girls, a summer camp. The teacher who came up with it arrived at West Tualatin View Elementary and visited the robotics team and noticed there were all boys. And she said, "Where are the girls?" And so she decided to come up with a camp for girls to teach them about engineering. And so Intel sponsors it, and not only do the girls go out to Intel and to Xerox and see what the women engineers there are doing, and they get little presentations, but they do their own engineering. They make merry-go-rounds and cars and land yachts, whatever that is, drawbridges, cranes, and little conveyor belts, and they learn by trial and error, just the way engineers learn. They find out that if they get the right capacity, they can carry 2 Hershey Kisses on their conveyor belt. Those are the kind of things that they're doing, and finding that engineering is fun.
Well, I found out I can hold 4 Hershey Kisses in my mouth, but that has nothing to do with engineering.
No, it really doesn't.
You know, when we're talking about these programs, do you hope that it translates to life after school?
Right. Our idea with these programs is that to boost student achievement and success. And when I think about that, I think there's more to student success and just, achieving in the classroom, because the whole idea of going to school in the first place is to make you successful at life. And so kids are getting confidence in themselves that sometimes they might be lacking otherwise. Once a student learns that he really can read better or can succeed at math or really can learn to speak better English, those are the things that translate into making that student a more successful member of the society.
It sounds like things you can't learn in books, more practical experience.
Well, and some of it is book learning. For instance, we had a teacher who came in to our board meeting last month, and we bring these teachers in to tell about the program so we know what it is we're funding. And she's got some students who are having trouble learning to read. And so through a grant that we gave her, she bought iPods, and so they're putting the book into the iPod, so the students are listening to them, very cool, and then reading along. And so that made reading fun, and it really certainly reinforced their learning. And then when they go to do their book report, they can put their book report in the form of a podcast.
Cool.
Very cool.
Janice Collins, thank you for joining us. To learn more about Beaverton Educational Foundation, you can just Google it. Thanks for joining us. You're watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Ken Ackerman.